Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a granny stitch. So I've already made a few rows. All you have to do is make a foundation chain of however long you need, but make sure that it's in increments of 3. At the end of the foundation chain, you would be chaining 3 and then turning. Once you do that, you're going to go into the very first chain and do 2 double crochets. The first chain would already count, so that would be your first cluster. After you do that, you skip 2 chains and do 3 double crochets into the next chain. Skip 2 chains, do 3 double crochets into the next chain. Keep going all the way until the very end. Once you reach the second row, you would chain 2. My bad. And then, yeah, it's the same thing. Okay. Once you reach the second row, you chain 2. And then you go straight into the space that you created with your first row and do your first cluster of 3 double crochets. Then you go right into the very next cluster you created and go right into that one. So here we are on the 4th row. So I have this cluster in my little space, and all I do is just skip this cluster and go into the following space and make my next 3 double crochets into the next cluster. And what this ends up doing is giving you less of a space in between. Instead of chaining 1, you just go straight in, making it into a really neat pattern. What I'm making right now is like a cardigan, so I'm pretty much, this is my back, and then I'm going to just keep going and then make little panels on the sides. So you just keep going with your little clusters. You could obviously change color, but I just want it in this color for now. And 3, and that's your granny cluster, and then you go straight into your next space. What I wanted to add is that on some of the rows, at the very end of the row, you would be ending it with a cluster, beginning it the next chain. You would be chaining 2, and you would be beginning it with a space. In those rows, you would be making a cluster right into the first space that you have. So just like this very last row that I had, it started off with a cluster. So you would be chaining 2 and adding 2 more chains, 2 more double crochets at the end, just like you did in the very first one. And then you just keep going the same exact way. So hopefully this helped people understand how it works. And I'll see you guys later in my next tutorial. Okay, have a good day. Bye guys.